Yummy. Well, folks, you guessed it. I am back at the cabin. I just met up with Trayvon. He is got some errands to do. He's got to help a dude sight in his gun. And then, hey, coming out here. Sounds like he's passing on the hunting tradition to somebody else. And that's a good thing. Look at a little bitty hand. I got man's hands. But from here, I got gnome hands. Anyway, so after I have this little snack here, yummy. I'm gonna take the truck, and on my way to the public, I'm gonna go put out some corn with some of this apple flavored attractant stuff I've been putting out. They seem to like it pretty good. That's the plan. Like I said last time, I still have a bear tag until November 30th. And I still have an antlerless tag for every zone except this one that I'm in, because I'm tagged out here. I don't think that Trayvon has harvested a deer yet this year. Hopefully we can get him out here and get him on something. So, here we go. Oh! Alright everybody, so I'm here in the National Forest, and basically the wind's blowing in my face right now out of the southwest. I'm going to go in here and start on the east side, go about halfway up that ridge and just start walking and still hunt real slow. See if I can see anything. And I'm just going to walk right next to the road basically and follow that shelf all the way around. Eventually down there, maybe in a mile or so, it ends up being some private property. If those people are baiting, putting out corn and stuff, then there might be some deer close to their property that's actually on the National Forest side that I can shoot. I just saw a dude and his buddies pull out here with a nice deer on the back of their vehicle. Looks like they did a deer drive and got one. I didn't see any horns, but it looked like a nice sized deer, probably a big doe. So let's go in here and see if we can't see a bear or a big fat juicy doe. Lord, keep me safe, keep me with you, make me a good hunter today. Help me be successful in your woods and in your mountains. Amen. Let's go. So there really is no quiet way of coming in here. I mean, it's just every step is crispy and loud. funky. I don't know if I'm smelling a gut pile or maybe a bear in there somewhere, but I'm smelling something a little musky. It's not me. I just checked my upper lip. It ain't me. Anyway, it's really crispy in here, so yeah, it sounds like I'm walking on cornflakes, but it'll sound the same for the animals walking too. So here we go. I'm not even 100 yards, I don't think, off the road yet. And I've already heard 2 critters up on that ridge kind of take off. Problem is, I don't know if it's a deer or squirrels or what. I can't see any big movement. I haven't heard any blowing or anything like that. No white flags going up. So, I'm gonna keep sneaking on in here. It's really crispy. But I can hear the critters too, like I was talking about before, so. Sauce for the goose, man. Sauce for the goose. So, I can literally almost still see the truck on a trail up there. So this spot is not very deep at all. But I think it gets overlooked a lot. This is the same spot that when I was scouting it, had deer, bear, and turkey on it all at the same time, and a coyote. So, I'm on the northern side of the hill. The thermals are going up, but the predominant wind is out of the south, southwest. It doesn't look like there's much sign in here until you really start looking. Look what I found. That's a little buck rub right there. Not very fresh, but it is a rub. It's from this season. Also, that rock didn't move itself. I don't know what did move it, but it did not move itself. And I'm hearing stuff moving here all over the place, so we might just get lucky, get blessed, and see a deer. So if you really look, you'll see some sign. It may not just pop out at you all of a sudden, but it's there. So I haven't been still hunting for a very long time. It's something that I just recently started to try to do in the last couple years. One of the things I've noticed about still hunting just now is that every couple steps you take, the landscape and your point of view changes dramatically. There's a lot of thick stuff up here with a lot of woody browse and regeneration and stuff like that, so I'm going to get on top of it. I'm going to try to go through here and get up on that ridge a little bit and look down towards this creek bottom. I'm still not even 150 yards from the truck, I don't think, but if I see a doe, I'm going to take that shot. But it's very thick here, very thick. got set up in a decent little spot. I'm not even, I don't think, 100 yards away from the road, which is hilarious. But there's a funnel here with a creek bottom. Got some woody regrowth and acorns. I'll give you a look here. So, I've actually been talking to my buddy Tierney for a while. I'm kind of loud, so I probably scared everything off, but it's just kind of a neat little, right off the road spot right here. Last light is 5:39 this evening. I've got the big clear cut to my back up there. I came in to the east and walked, I don't know, several hundred yards, you know. So, but I'm just kind of on this ridge right now, and I can see that shelf and that creek bottom down there. So maybe I'll catch a doe or something coming through here. I think I got about an hour left of light, so we'll see. Come on. I'm starting to hear something root around in the leaves down there, but I don't know what it is. Probably a damnable. We shall see. It's about the last 30 minutes of light right now, so whatever it is, it sure is making a ruckus. Here we go. Well, folks, no dice on the public land this evening. I did see a deer, so that was fun, but I'm pretty sure he was a buck, so I couldn't have shot him anyway. He was by himself. He never blew. Anyway, I got about 15 minutes of light left, but I'm already almost back to the road, it looks like. I'm going to get up here and head to the truck, head into the cabin, and kind of wait on Trayvon to get in this evening. That'll give me an opportunity to get the fire started and stuff, but it's getting pretty dark now, so good time to go in. Come on. Morning. It's me again, Tater. Well, had a pretty good Thanksgiving with the folks, with the kids and the wife here at Bobcat Cabin. Wasn't bad. I actually came out and stayed for an evening and a day. Zoe hates it out here. I don't know why, but she does. What do you do? Anyway, I think the plan is today, I've got two options. I can either go down on the property here and go swirling all day, or I can go to the public land and try my hand at one more deer or bear. I really don't know which one I want to do yet. I would love to get a bear. I would absolutely love to get a bear. If I want to get a deer, I have to do it in another zone because I'm tagged out in this one. And I mean, I'd go down there and shoot squirrels all day. That would be no problem. So, I don't know, man. I might just take the 22 down and sit over the fire break. Who knows? I think I counted the other night. I think I counted
8 or 9 squirrels down there in the fire break. Going nuts. So, what do you do, huh? What do you do? If I go down there, I'm going to take a towel or something to keep my bottom dry. That'd be the benefit of going to the woods. On a public land, is I'll be walking most of the time. Well, folks, I think I have made my decision. I'm going to attempt one more time to go get a bear. Yep, lost my fucking mind. Oh, yes, children, Oh, God, look at that hair. Oh, yeah. Elvis ain't got shit on me. Actually, Elvis is a whole lot better looking. Even dead, probably. Anyway, so the plan is today, after I get up in these here woods, is to do a little bit of still hunting, but in a little bit different way. So I was watching a guy the other day on YouTube, and his version of still hunting, which, let's face it, it's not really being still, it's moving very slowly. His version of that is kind of trying to cover as much ground as possible, so speed hunting, and then with, you know, still hunting and slow hunting and sitting down hunting mixed in there with it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to use the ridges and the valleys and the terrain to my advantage as much as possible. Maybe the wind too. I'm not sure. Figure out how it's working. We got a front moving in tonight, I believe, or tomorrow morning. It's a little chilly out here, but not real bad. But, you know, a deer or a bear might be on its feet eating real quick before it goes in to lay down somewhere. And the thermals should be rising up the ridges and stuff. So, I don't know. It's going to be a fun day. I just had a good talk with the old neighbor, Mr. Fossler, down there, and kind of BSing, you know. We're talking about all the bobcats and stuff around the property. He's like, you might want to shoot them bobcats. I said, yeah, I've shot a couple of them, but and I'm not against shooting predators. Don't get me wrong. I'll shoot a coyote or a bobcat like that. But it's kind of fun having them around too, you know. Knowing that there's other predators in the woods is kind of fun for me. I don't know why, but it is. So anyway, that's the plan. I think I'm going to stick to basically right beside the road. It's only a couple 100 yards off the road. There's like an oak flat and an oak ridge on the northern side. I think I might have got a squirrel back there. That was a suicidal squirrel. He ran out underneath Lucille. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's a ridge over here, and I think I want to just follow it the best I can. See if I can't catch anything slipping, you know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, so if it weren't for all this thick, tall stuff, I bet you I could still see the truck from my position right now. So the other road is right up there, and the main road's back there. I'm in the Y where they start separating right here, and it's some pretty thick stuff. I haven't seen much sign yet, but it's so thick in here, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm going pretty slow, which is probably a good thing. sitting in a tree stand. I don't mind it. But sometimes you get kind of cramped up sitting in a tree stand all day. You get sore. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. The day before I hadn't done much. Chill out with the family, and the day before that I was just in the damn tree stand all day. For like 2 days in a row. So at least this way I'm getting a little bit of exercise. So let's go. So, if you're in some really thick stuff and you're not seeing much sign, don't get discouraged. Just keep going as quietly as you can. You're going to end up finding some sign usually. There's a big white oak tree up in front of me, and I just found a little tiny rub. A couple of them looks like. Now that don't look like much, and it's not, but it does tell me there's been some recent deer activity in here, so. Now, I can't kill another buck because I'm tagged out on bucks this year, but if there's a doe in the area, that I can do. Usually when there's one, there's another. Let's keep going. So I'm actually about 100 yards or so above the creek bottom now. And even though it's thick up here, really thick, I can see parts of the creek bottom down there. I'll show you. There's a few spots in here that I can actually see now. I think the road is up that way, 100 yards or 200 maybe. So it's kind of a flat bench up here a little bit. So what I think I'm going to do is try to maintain the altitude where I can see the creek bottom as best as I can. And I can also see a little bit up in front of me up here. So that's the plan, man. Right now I'm just taking it easy, watching for movement and stuff, so. Come on. Okay. It's starting to open up a little bit more down there. I still got quite a ways to go. It's about 10 or 12 minutes after 2 in the afternoon. I haven't seen anything yet, but if I'm able to walk around in here quietly, the deer are able to walk in here 10 times quietly. As quietly as they're quiet anyway. I was going to tell you all that I added it up on the way here. And if you take out 2 days for Thanksgiving celebrations and another day for getting my tooth pulled, I've basically been hunting for 13 days. Trying to do something I've never done, and that's fill all of my deer tags, all 6 of my deer tags for the state. And I gotta tell you, it starts to get to you. It's mentally and physically exhausting. I love it, don't get me wrong, but it's not hard to get like depressed and just exhausted, mentally famished doing this. any other way. So I'm gonna keep going. I know that the Lord rewards the diligent, and I've tried to be pretty diligent this year, off and on. So maybe you'll let me get my first ever 6 tags filled. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'll get a bear. Maybe I'll shoot a coyote. Or the world's largest damnable. Okay, y'all. It's really starting to open up here a little bit, so I gotta be a little bit more careful. But I was on this trail, if that's what you want to call it, in the middle of the thick stuff. And I came across another rub. I haven't seen any scrapes yet because none of this is flat. But it's a pretty nice rub right there. It's pretty fresh too, because those shavings are on those leaves, so at least I know there's a buck in here. Hopefully he's got a girlfriend lingering around somewhere in this creek bottom. So in my experience, when you find a rub line like that, it just kind of lets you know that there's deer in the area, but he may not be back either. And the problem with that particular poo right there is that it rained yesterday, so you can't tell if it was brand new because it looks fresh. Right now it looks moist. But it could just be because it was there for several days and then it got rained on last night. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep following this rub line. I don't think it's a very big deer, but it is a deer. Obviously, I can't shoot it if I see it because it has horns to put a rub on a tree. But this is one of those good circumstances where you can learn some stuff just by being out here. So, if you got a tag still, even if it's not for a buck, get out there and hunt. You might learn some stuff, man. Yep. Hey guys, so I'm still in this thick stuff. I haven't found any more buck rubs, so he either went up to the clear cut or he went down. So I'm not sure. I'm still peeking down into the open woods down there a little bit at a time when I can. Like right now I can see a little bit. My goal is to get over there past where I was the other day on that oak ridge and get set up. And maybe have an hour and a half to hunt before dark. That way I can have a little bit of coffee and stuff. I think I'm getting there now. But you don't cover a lot of ground when you're still hunting. But hopefully you see more stuff. Come on. So I'm taking a little break. I got a little bit sweaty. It's warm today. It's like 50 something, almost 60 degrees. I'm hearing a squirrel back there going nuts about something right now. Maybe there's a deer coming up. I will stop periodically. will stop periodically and try to catch my breath and do a couple calls. There's 2 squirrels down there just going nuts. No pun intended. Anyway, I got a pretty good vantage point here, and I can see quite a bit of that creek bottom down there. So I'm just gonna keep heading. I'm almost there. I'm gonna keep heading this way. And if I see any movement, I'll stop and see what it is. I found some more scat back there. So maybe these squirrels are alerting me to an animal coming my way. Hopefully I get a shot at whatever it is, unless it's a buck. Anything else, get her done. So I found a spot up here in the thick with a lot of scat in it. I'm thinking this is one of his bedding areas. All that brush is laid down right there like something's been bedding there. And he could be, who knows? It's really thick in here, like a thick tangled mess. He could just go out of here any way he wants to, so I think I'm gonna go straight. Looks like there might be a trail over there. Ooh, I just heard a gunshot. Somebody got one. Whew. All right, y'all. It's about 3:30 right now. No, 4:30. 3:30. Hell, I don't know. I've determined that the only way I'm going to get to where I'm going and meet my goal today is if I get up out of this thick stuff and try to kind of bypass it on the top of the clear cut and cut back down. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm going to try it. There's some really thick bullshit up here. Come on. You know, I don't mind thick stuff, but this looks like something you'd find in Alaska or some shit. I'm sweating. Anyway, we're gonna get up here and cut back across maybe. That's the plan. Whatever. Okay, y'all. I got about an hour of daylight left. A little over an hour, maybe a few minutes. A few minutes plus an hour of shooting light left. And I think I'm almost to the same spot I was yesterday. There's actually a trail right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just walk this trail and keep looking down a little bit over into the bottom of that oak flat down there, see if I can see anything. Probably won't see anything today, but if I get to go where I was planning on going and having some coffee and a snack, sitting down in the woods, that'll be pretty good. Alright, y'all. I made it to my destination, which is a really good spot, it looks like. I'll show you here in a minute, but I think this is the farthest that I've gone so far. On this oak ridge, there's some green stuff pretty sure there's at least one buck still in here. Maybe he's got a couple girlfriends or something. So, here we go. Damn, I'm so close to the road that I can actually see that fella's headlights right now. Which you might not think that there'd be many deer that close to the road, but you might be wrong. I've killed deer just a few hundred yards away from deer camp before. They had like several dozen people in it. I hear something now. I don't know what. Whatever it is, it seemed to have been spooked by that truck. Anyway, maybe it's a deer. I finally got my coffee break. So that's good. I think I walked about 3/4 of a mile to get here. Funny part is I'm 3/4 of a mile away from the truck, but I'm still right next to the road. I hear somebody shooting a gun way down the road, down there somewhere. Sounds like a big one too. I keep hearing something down here, but I don't see anything yet. Odds are it's a squirrel. Maybe it's a big doe. We'll see. It's about that time of day when they start coming out to eat for the evenings. Maybe we'll see something. Well, folks, according to my calculations, now that I'm on the road, I've got about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so of legal shooting light left. And at least a mile of walking to get back to the truck. So, I figured I better get to walking. I was really close to the road right there. So, that's fun. You know what's weird is I didn't jump one deer going in there that I know of. I didn't hear any of them busting brush or anything, so maybe there's been quite a bit of hunting pressure in here the last couple weeks, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it's getting pretty dark. I'm gonna head. So, barring any late season doe activity in another zone, or just some plain old squirrel hunting here and there, unless a bear jumps out on the road at me right now. That looks like my deer and bear Rut-cation are rapidly coming to an end with the close of legal shooting light. And that's okay. It's been a really good year so far.
This is the closest I've ever been to having my entire bag limit of deer in the state. So, whew. There's still a lot of hunting left to do. Christmas hunt, late muzzle loader, private land antlers only, bow hunting. So we'll see what happens. Come on. Well, I made it back to the domicile. No dice today, y'all. But I did figure out roughly that I walked 2.3 something miles. Didn't even hear one run off. Didn't hear one blow. Didn't hear a deer stomp. Didn't see nothing. So there's a lot of human traffic up there. Hunting traffic. So that probably has a lot to do with it. So, depending on what it's doing in the morning, I may just lock up the cabin and go to the house, or you never know. I might hunt a little bit in the morning, who knows. So, until next time, we'll see you when we see you. Bye. The shat likes deer scraps. So, when you get all done hunting, this is the real trophy. Not the horns, not the hides. Those things are really cool, and it gets to help you remember all this. But this will go to people for Christmas, to feed my family all year. That's really why I do it. Let's face it, with the price of everything nowadays, if you got to buy meat all the time, you're going to be hurting. So, thank the Lord and His bountiful harvest.